What's up, everybody out there in YouTube Nation, Cowboy Nation? Welcome to my Cowboys family. We already run down the news about an hour ago or so. What's up, NYG for life? How you doing, man? Thanks for that that link to the worst of of me during the game this past game. So I appreciate everybody out here, guys. I lead Aubrey, what's up? Sports Highlights, what's up, man? DJ Crown J, as usual, what's up? I didn't want to run into Law Nation's stream. I try to hold up as long as possible, but I have to get some stuff done tonight, so I got to kind of get this done now. So I'm checking the audio here, guys. We're gonna jump in here. Cowboys Face, what's up, man? How you doing? Last night wasn't a long stream with South of Heaven 88 and a bunch of other Cowboy fans, and I think there was even a Falcon fan on there. So, yes, thank you. So, we had a good discussion. It was pretty interesting, pretty lively. It was a late night though, late night discussion. It was after all that Mad Cowboys family stream. Guys, don't forget, of course, as always, you know what I'm gonna say. Hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell to get these previous one, the news wrap up I did about an hour ago. Our breaking news we did, myself and my fiance did it earlier today for two separate situations regarding Ezekiel Elliott. As we all know, that is the big news of the day for the NFL and Cowboy Nation. And just on a side note, guys, I am sitting here watching the game, the neon glow sticks. I mean the Seattle Seahawks versus the all black and trim red Arizona Cardinals. So it's it's Thursday night football. It's that what do you call it? The throwback. What is this called? The color rush. So you always gonna get something like that. So guys, make sure you kick it off by hitting that like button, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's kick this thing off, guys. Everything's checking out here on my side. So sports highlights. Let's see here. Cowboys abroad. What's up? How you doing, man? Sports highlights says sorry about Zeke. You guys still got this. We're gonna discuss that a lot tonight. That's one of the main things, and I'm not really too freaked out right now about that. We also got to take a look about more in depth about the stats regarding the Atlanta Falcons, their offensive line, and what their defense does, so on and so forth. It was an important note that I missed today. There was no Julio Jones at practice again. So Julio Jones has now missed has two DNPs. There's no word on what's really going on, but there's there sounds to be growing concern in Falcons camp about Julio Jones and if he plays or not. That obviously, we don't want anybody injured, but if he is injured, that would definitely help our defensive backfield and our secondary. So obviously, not that we root for that, we don't, but if it happens, it happens. And by the way, guys, this Thursday night game, Cardinals just got the ball. It's 7-7, 11 minutes in the second quarter. Just giving you guys a quick NFL update there. So let's see here, guys. So let's see here. We're going to give some shout-outs, continue these comments, guys. Yes. Gary Stokes says, this sucks about Zeke being suspended. I agree. DJ Crown J says, yo, what's up? Eagle fan 767, honest question, do you think Zeke will play versus the Eagles? No, he will not. And we're going to go into that, guys. What up, Manuel Corona? Sports highlights, probably not exactly no. What's up, Wolf Rider? How you doing? Thanks to all the mods out there. Got to keep giving shout-outs to you guys. Sometimes we miss you guys giving those shout-outs. Cowboys Abroad, A-Mod. What's up, DJ in a lead? Yes, we have some donators, actual monetary donators, like Cowboys Abroad and DJ Crown J here in this stream. Thank you, guys. A lot of great Cowboy content makers in here as well. Cowboys Face, Space Cowboys jumps in here. You can just look through this list, guys, and just check out each other's sites. You guys all have great stuff, and a lot of you guys have Cowboy content. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for being in this stream and giving your input on these discussion lives. So, yep, that's the score. Manuel Corona says the true test begins. Exactly, guys. So Zeke's suspension, as we know, and I said this earlier. I'm going to kind of touch on this for a second. First of all, with this thing here, Zeke is basically he's already suspended. We have an open spot in our lineup. Looks like the Cowboys might go for an offensive lineman. So look for that, guys. The Cowboys don't feel good about Tyron Smith and his back. So let's keep that in mind with Zeke now being officially off the roster. Zeke accounts for 33.5% of our offensive blitz pickup. So when we have people blitzing us, he's there to pick it up. That's 33. That's a third of our of our offensive snaps when we pass the ball, guys. It's crazy. So he's a big, big, big part of our pass blocking, protecting, Dak in the pocket and picking up blitzes. He's big for that in that part of our offense. So we're missing something there, guys. And as you know about Zeke, of course he lost his appeal. The 3-panel judge ruled against him. And it's done, guys. Nothing else to do. There's really not much more to go on from here. The preliminary injunction rehearing is going to be in 4 games. So somebody who asked earlier about when he's going to play in Philly, no, he's going to miss the Atlanta Falcons game. That's a set thing. He's going to miss the Philly game. That's a set thing. He's going to miss the Charger game on Thanksgiving. That's a set deal. And then the next Thursday after that, he's gonna miss that Washington game at home. So he's gonna miss those 4 games. Done. There's nothing else that he can do. The next hearing for him is set for December 1st. What this means is that before the Giants game, I think it's December 10th or something like that, is when the Cowboys play the Giants. That's when he could possibly be eligible for that game if for some reason he wins his appeal for the preliminary injunction. He was going for the temporary restraining order, I think, or the appeal on the ruling. Now he's going to appeal and try to push for the preliminary injunction. So he's going 2 different routes. It's probably going to be the same argument, probably going to be the same result. So don't expect much from this even on December 1st. But I just wanted to kind of break it down for you guys a little bit better. My fiance would do a great job at this. So, so again, guys, and then jumping from that, who's going to be the starter for the Dallas Cowboys? Alfred Morris. He's going to be the starter. He's already the not projected, announced starter, I guess you'd say, from the Dallas Cowboys. That's from their media. So Alfred Morris is a starter. Rod Smith is the number 2 back, and Darren McFadden is going to be active, and he's going to be the number 3 back. So what I think they're going to do is they're going to run a lot of Morris, kind of like Zeke, but of course not as much as they ran Zeke. They're going to probably run him, I'm going to say 2/3 as much as they did with Zeke. So a third less than Zeke. And I think to fill that spot, you're going to see a lot of McFadden. Then on those downs, and occasional drives, you're going to see Rod Smith in there as well. That's my prediction on how it's going to break down. IMO, in my opinion. So let me see, guys. What's up? True Chess begins. Let's see. Thanks for the score. Yep. I think Morris, Mack, and Rod Smith are ready. I agree. Cowboys are broad. Definitely. Cowboys face agrees. Jody Thagard, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Amy Can Fly, what's up? How you doing? Sports highlights. My friend is a Cowboys fan, so next time I see him, I'll show him this channel. I'll tell him to subscribe. Much love. Thank you, guys. We're growing. We're growing, guys. We're almost at super chat level, so when that hits, hopefully sooner than later, it's going to be fun, guys. We got some kind of fun stuff coming for that, and you guys can help out, contribute to the channel, and we can give something back to you guys as well. So we're working on some stuff. We'll release that as we get closer to the 1,000, guys, to the 1K. If that ever happens, and hopefully it will, guys. Cowboys and Bros has tough, though, a lot of false alarms when we get hyped to ball out. I agree. I know. We got to be careful. I don't want to get overconfident, think we still got this locked up, because I'm telling you, those Falcons, they're not the Chiefs when it comes to defense. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Cowboys Abroad says, happy about Lewis. Yes, Lewis Neal joining the roster. We have an open spot. Look for an offensive lineman maybe to go in there because of that Tyron Smith situation, which we're going to discuss here in a minute. Basically, guys, when it comes to Tyron Smith, he did not practice today. I think we all knew that already if you listened to the earlier stream. He did not practice. Of course, Dan Bailey did not practice, and Des Bryant did not practice. Tyron Smith was replaced by Chaz Green. Of course, Tyron Smith yesterday had a vet day. Today, usually he would be at limited practice, full practice on a regular week because of his back management. But because of the back management and this groin pull, this groin strain, he's now did not practice a full day today, second day in a row. Tomorrow, if he does not practice, he probably will not play. Cowboys don't feel confident in him playing this upcoming game. So, in my opinion, you're going to see Chaz Green. Chaz Green has been playing all full starts this entire week, all the snaps with the first-team offensive line. Hopefully, Jonathan Cooper and him can work that left side. That's going to be the side we need protection from when it comes to Dak and his ability to pass. And without Zeke, we're going to need more of that. So, if they if the Falcons game plan properly with their speed on defense, they could definitely present a problem for our offense. It's something very, very important to make sure we get done on that offensive line and blitz pickup. Two things we're not going to have this week, our consistent offensive line that we've had the last 3 weeks, and Zeke blocking back there. So, very important things. Now, Dan Bailey wasn't full pads, but did not kick. He's still day to day, week to week, I guess you can say. So, I've heard it's going to be more like 3 or 4 weeks from now. So it's unfortunate. Um, so as I talked about Chaz Green already, guys, I hope he can hold up. I'm a little bit nervous about that. I hope he can definitely protect Dak's blind side. We can't have any misses there because that would be the worst thing that could happen. Have to throw Cooper Rush in the game, and no hit on him. But man, we can't lose our MVP of the season so far. Dak Prescott. So it just it worries me now. Now Dez Bryant, even though he did not practice listed there, he was briefly in attendance at practice. He left shortly after the team they stretched out, and after the stretching out and a little bit of running around, he was off the field, just kind of rehabbing. So that's kind of the way it is. Dez Bryant says the way I feel right now, I expect to go on Sunday. He said his knee injury is nothing like the one he had last year. No big concerns. Totally different situation. So all thumbs up when it comes to Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant will practice tomorrow. He's officially said he's going to do that, and he also expects to play on Sunday in Atlanta. Was very good spirits, moving around well. So that's awesome news from Dez Bryant. As far as T. Will, I'm hearing very similar things. He wasn't even on the injury report. So when it comes to those guys, we already talked about them. And then you roll over to someone like Malik Collins, who's got that consistent foot injury. Look at that as like a Tyron Smith kind of situation where we're managing his foot injury. It's already been the third week. He's been basically limited for the last 3 or 4 weeks, but he's played every game and he's played a lot of snaps. So let's keep him limited and keep him healthy for the game. He's going to play. Noah Brown, he was out last week. He was inactive. He was back in practice full yesterday, full today. His thigh injury doesn't seem to be an issue anymore. We need him when we have these, our 2 receivers here banged up a bit. And then finally, guys, Chidobe Awuzie, guys, great news. I puts a smile on my face. I'm really excited to see him on the field. Our rookie cornerback / safety. He's been playing both spots, cornerback and safety. He was another 2 straight days in full participation after missing him for the last 5 out of 6 games. So, and the one game he played, 3 snaps, guys. So, let me go through some of your questions. Then we're going to run into some of the Atlanta Falcons statistics. Give me a second, guys. I've been taking care of my daughter. Oh, she's been just. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, guys. She's been really, suffering with this really bad cold, bad cough. Right now she's resting, just relaxing a little bit. It's an up and down thing, but luckily no fever. She's doing good. Thanks for everybody who's wished her well on here the last couple of days. We appreciate it. Just busy dad mode. So I'm trying to get out here and get this done. That's why I said I'd do it earlier than later tonight. So, but I'm trying to keep within that 8 to 9 o'clock period. So let's see here, guys. Let me check. I'm sorry if I missed some of your comments, so re-put them if I missed them. Jose Moreno, they should put in McFadden. I agree. They have him listed as the 3rd back right now. They're going to make him active for this game, but I think McFadden is the most like Zeke, and I think he'll be able to do the best out of the 3. We'll see. I think it's going to go to the hot hand eventually, but once it hits the hot hand and gets to that guy who's the one that's doing best, and I think it'll be McFadden. Could be Rod Smith. I don't think it'll be Morris. But once they get to that guy, that's the guy I think you'll see getting most of the carries. It's going to be a fluid backfield situation. It's a 3-headed monster, and we could pick whoever is having the better game. If Morris is having the better game, then run him more. We have the offensive line, and that's the key, guys. And if Chaz Green can pick up, somewhat where Tyron left off, Tyron's had a lot of back issues, but also a lot of penalties, a lot of mistakes this year, more than usual. If Chaz Green can play up for a little bit, he might be able to be, a couple steps back on Tyron Smith instead of way back on him, So it won't be a big loss if he can just hold the fort down for just 1 week against, a very fast defense. Tack McKinley is going to be on that side, and Tackerist, and he's going to be, he's quick, he's fast, he's dealing with a little bit of injury. We'll talk about that, but he's going to be coming from way outside and stretching out. Whether it's going to be Collins at times, but I think they're going to pick on Chaz Green, so that's going to be an important matchup to watch for, guys. I do have faith in Chaz Green to protect Dak when he's healthy, and he's healthy, and he should be doing good. But as long as if he doesn't get hurt in this game, he'd be fine. If we have to put Byron Bell in there, I get nervous. We'll see. We got to pick up an offensive lineman. We might pick up someone to help out that spot if needed. Cowboys Abroad says Dak attack to the rescue. Who would win a Dak? I think it's going to be close. Ryan, it really depends on the injuries to the Falcons, and that's the next thing I want to talk about before I get too far into it. But I want to answer your questions first, guys. It wouldn't affect them too much as sports highlights. Fat Ryan. Ryan, the key to Ryan is that we have to make sure we put pressure on him. And we're going to go into detail about that. Our defense is getting better. I call it the Bermuda Triangle, I guess, of our defense, what makes the other teams disappear. And that's Anthony Hitchens, Sean Lee, and David Irving, guys. Those three guys, when we've had them all together, we haven't lost the game yet. And our defense has just improved and improved and improved again. And keep improving, guys. So those three guys are key members to our defense that are really holding it together. The auxiliary guys all around, including DeMarcus Lawrence, although he's one of the primary guys on our team. The other guys just help, produce good results for our defense. So let's see here. You think Ryan will win? Needs to stay balanced, but it depends what his targets are, and that's one of the issues. Julio Jones missed the second day of practice. It's not really a big, nobody's really talking much about it, but either way, if he plays, look for him to be just a step behind than usual. He's still going to be great, but if he's out there playing and he's able to play in the first place, he might miss the game. If he's able to play out there, he will be a tad slower than usual. Manuel Corona says, we all have seen our quarterback Cam hit one way from this. I know, exactly. And we need that security from Chaz Green. DJ Crown J, don't forget when Marshawn had that hamstring injury and the Seahawks promoted Rod Smith to take over for him. Yes, I know. I do remember that. And I do remember McFadden also doing well. And was it, I think it was 2015 as well when McFadden took over. So I like what McFadden has as far as he's got 2 years of rest on an injury-prone player who should not be injured if he has to play 6 games. So, Cowboys abroad says T. Will indestructible like old school Tonka truck. I remember those. I do remember those. T. Will, man, I just want him to be more consistent. Let's see more of that, and I'll give him more respect. He had a great game, greatest game of his career. Awesome. Congratulations. More consistency from T. Will. Jose Moreno, what do you think about the backup running backs? As I said already, I like them. This is why we kept McFadden inactive for 10 weeks or 9 weeks. This is why we kept McFadden on the roster. This is why we did not trade Alfred Morris at the beginning of the season. This is why we kept Rod Smith, aside from him being a young guy, aside from him being Jalen Smith's brother. That's really not the reason, but also playing great special teams. So these guys all had purposes on our team. Except for like someone, McFadden or Morris would be the backup, but the other guy we kept because we knew, and that would be McFadden in this case, but Morris was just in the game a little more. We knew that McFadden is more injury prone. So who are you going to put in there? Put in Morris. Run him, get him working up a sweat. And now when you really need it, now you're going to have McFadden there to really be an anchor to this team. I think he's going to be the leader. He's the veteran. He's been ready to play for 2 years. Get him out there. And I think you're going to see him within the 6 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks. You're going to see him really emerge as the lead back in that group. Sports Highlight says, hopefully she gets better soon. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, Purple Gaming. How you doing? Cowboys Abroad says, is that a Jay Novacek jersey? Yes, it is. Great call. Yes. Jay Novacek, I told you I was a fan of him, Cowboys Abroad. I think we both agreed. He looks a little like a deer or like a fawn running around there with the way he used to run. But, boy, he always made the catches. He was the pre-Witten great tight end we had on our team. We also had some other good ones like Butch Johnson and Mike Ditka back in the old days was a tight end. But Novacek was the man. Before the real GOAT came around, that was Jason Witten. But Novacek has 3 Super Bowl championships, guys, 3 rings. Let's see. Oh, let me see here, guys. It's, by the way, guys, and I missed it how it happened. I looked away for a second. Seattle's winning 9-7. They got a safety, another safety for Seattle defense against the Cardinals. 7:45 left in the second quarter, and the Cardinals have the ball and driving. Put in Jason Garrett for running back. Put him in as the backup quarterback instead of Cooper. Maybe Cooper Rush might need a little bit more time. Put in Jason Garrett there as the QB. Backup QB, if anything ever was to happen, which it won't. DJ Crown J, you really missed a lot of the questions. We need the fiance. I know, guys, and Super Chat's gonna help with that as well. As you know, people usually use that to ask a question. If we're up to 1,000, and already it's hard for me to catch up on all of these questions, and we're not going to be able to do this as the channel grows to get every single question. So you remember that. Just roll with us, guys. We're going to try to pick out the ones we know that have been on here and have donated and have, gave information here and just been participating here on a nightly basis. So you guys, we're going to always hit your questions first. But with Super Chats up, it's going to make it easier to see your question if you put up $1 or something like that. And, we love, we go in depth about this. My fiance and I, we all go in depth about this stuff. So we might not ever stop talking. Let's see here, guys. Jonathan German says, does Dez and Tyron practice today? No, Jonathan. They were both out of practice today. Did not practice. Tyron Smith is the bigger issue. they're more iffy on him. They're more doubtful about Tyron Smith playing. Des Bryant has a knee bruise, no structural damage. He stretched out at the beginning of the open practice, did not practice, but they did say that he's ready tomorrow to roll. He's expecting to play on Sunday. Full practice probably tomorrow, or at least maybe they'll list him limited, but he's going to be out there. He says he's definitely practicing tomorrow. Chidobe Awuzie, full practice, second time in a row. No more setbacks. No setbacks from him. He's playing, guys, against the Falcons. It's fantastic news as far as that's concerned. So let's see here. And guys, just if anybody asked me about Rico, no practice. Rico probably not going to play this season. He's probably going to stay on IR for the rest of the year. This is my gut feeling. This is not from any news source or any kind of secret informant. This is my gut feeling. Rico's not going to play this season. I'm not going on a limb on this, I don't think, by saying this. So, will Lewis Neal get his first sack? Cowboys abroad? Not yet. I don't think he will. I do not think so. Do I think Lewis Neal can take Malik Collins' spot? No way. No way. Let's see here. Sports Highlights says Matt Ryan, always funny look on his face. Yes, I do. The only one that beats his funny look is mouth breather Eli Manning. I'm telling you, man, that guy. Sports Highlights, awkward silence. I missed that one, all right, for sure. DJ Crown J, laugh out loud. Cowboys abroad. Who's better, Neal or Ash? I like Neal in the beginning at defensive end, but they're both defensive ends. Ash seems like a better defensive tackle, and that's what we're going to be using both these guys at. Moving him to tackle. So Ash he has 2 weeks of practice already at tackle, two weeks of gameplay at tackle. I think Ash currently is the better defensive tackle. Defensive end, I think it's Neal. Sports Highlights, Matt Ryan can get sacked easily. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about, guys. The offensive line for the Falcons have been ranked at 6th, I think, at the beginning of the season. And they're not as good as that ranking shows, but we'll get into that in a little bit here. Neal's more athletic. I agree, Crown J, but that's the thing. I know, me too. I'm ready for that super chat. But DJ Crown J, Neal is more athletic. The thing about Neal is that he's playing defensive tackle, so he's not like David Irving, where he's big and athletic and agile. That's David Irving. He's not big enough to get through yet in there, and I think that's where Ash. He's more. We need a run stopper like a la Brian Price, a run stop and nose tackle / nose guard or defensive tackle, defensive lineman, not an end. Both these guys are ends. So I think Richard Ash, though, is a bigger body and can play that tackle position better. I don't know how, if you can do a super chat for an iPhone. I'm not sure how that works. I'm sure you can. I know I've done other super chats where there have been on other people's sites where they have it available on your phone. Cowboys abroad, I don't know how. Okay, Freddy Dominguez, thank you for keeping us updated. Hey, thank you guys for checking in with us. And we had the previous stream. We have the discussion stream. I hope you guys like the new format. David Williams says Zeke Elliott innocent. I agree 100% he's innocent, but this isn't about his innocence. This is about if the NFL did anything wrong in the CBA, and already multiple judges, even though they sided with Zeke in the beginning, multiple judges have now tilted it to the other way and are siding with the NFL, and this final ruling today is kind of like the last nail in the coffin for at least 4 weeks, and I think that last pounding of the last 2 weeks at the coffin will probably come around December 1st. Just watching this right here, guys. 6:17 right now and ticking. Seattle is driving. Seattle's up 9-7. Let's see here. I see David Williams is back in the house. I'm going to just, I've seen your questions. I answer a lot of questions. Any new ones, I'll try to answer. Jose Moreno, do you feel confident Cowboys take down the Eagles next week? I do. I think Tyron Smith will be back for that game, barring any other injuries in this game that could possibly occur. If there's no real big things that occur, I think we're in good shape to pick up where we left off without Tyron Smith. We need him back out there, but I think Chaz Green for 1 week could hold up. I hope. Let's see here. DJ Crown J. Right. Let me see here. Jerry and Roger, get your popcorn ready. That thing's about to hit. I know, man. I mean, the whole situation with Jerry Jones threatening to sue Roger Goodell and the NFL is probably stems from a lot of different things, but mainly from this where he could have been told something from Roger Goodell and then got blindsided and made him look stupid when Goodell ruled against Zeke and suspended him originally for those 6 games when Jerry Jones was confident that he was not going to be suspended. And usually he's in good with with his I guess the face of the NFL, which is Roger Goodell, who speaks and takes all the hits from the public and the media instead of the owners doing that. That's what Goodell's job is, and he makes the money. But Jerry Jones, guys, he's not messing around. And when something like this happens with Zeke, it's even more ammunition, more firepower for him to fight back and hurt Goodell. Okay, they got Zeke. They got Zeke on some, honestly, guys, some BS false charge allegations, and they're going to paint this man, this young man, into something that he's not. And because of this, that's just destructive to a person's life. And they want to be positive on domestic violence. Bad move, NFL. You're showing how bad you are on this, and you're actually hurting true victims. You're actually hurting what you're trying to act like you're showing. So it's just that's a shame from the NFL. But that is what's written in the CBA, and we knew that this would probably be the outcome. Now we got to deal with reality, and I'm all good with it because I think our offensive line, even with Chaz Green going this week, if it has to be that, I have confidence in our 3 running backs. So let's roll it back on here, guys. Before I get to the Falcons, I'm going to get some Falcon statistics here going real quick. Morris rushes for 100 yards. You buy that or no? Cowboys abroad. I'm going to say Morris will not rush for 100 yards unless he does something like he did against the Rams, or he breaks a 70-yarder. Then he will. But aside from a big bursting run like that, I don't see it because the Cowboys are going to use a rotation no matter what they say about who's starting. We'll see who's on. We'll see David Williams. We'll see who's on Julio Jones because I'm going to talk about their injuries right now. Julio Jones is probably the top of their list as far as things that they're scared about. Xavier Woods hard hitting. Yes, he is better than Heath. And let's see, guys. I'm going to go right into this here. As I said, there's their big injuries. Julio Jones. That's really their main guy that's going to be out of this game, I guess you could say, or there's a chance. I'm not saying he's out. There's a chance he's out. Looking at their offense, guys, their offensive line, they have a center, Alex Mack. They have left guard, Andy Levitre, and they have left tackle, Jake Matthews. That's on the left side. Matthews is pretty decent. The other guys, not really know much about them. The right guard is Wes Schweitzer. And the right tackle is Ryan Schraderer. Again, I haven't heard of these guys. They don't stand out to me. I think they're just basically kind of like similar to, and again, we're going to talk about this a lot more on Saturday night through the Madden stream, the breakdown stream. But I have a feeling that they're more like a Kansas City kind of offensive line. I think our defense is in good shape here to do some damage and to disrupt things, guys. And I'm talking about David Irving. I'm talking about DeMarcus Lawrence. I'm talking about Tyron Crawford. And, yes, I'm still talking about Malik Collins. So, again, guys, they have Devontae Freeman. They have Tevin Coleman. These guys here, if they stick to the run, I think they could hurt us. But that's the thing here that's tricky. Kind of like the Cowboys, and I wish they would run more often. The Falcons seem to lay off the run a lot and just can't get back. They can't help it. They got to get back to the passing game. Vic Beasley on defense for the Falcons. That's somebody to keep an eye on, guys. He's probably one of their better players. I think he was a rookie last year or 2 years ago. Number 44, if I recall. They have Desmond Trufant, who I think he's back at practice now, full practice, so he's good to go. But he is, again, guys, just like these other guys in previous weeks, they are still not 100%. So keep that in mind. Deion Jones, linebacker. Devondre Campbell, linebacker. You have Grady Jarrett, okay, and he's a defensive tackle. He can definitely cause some problems. Donatre Poe, formerly from the Chiefs, you recall, big man in the middle. And don't forget, guys, Takaris McKinley. He's going to be in there playing some snaps. He's gonna definitely give us some trouble in there. I foresee. Kind of somebody I wanted the Cowboys to grab. But here's the thing, guys. When I look at the Falcons' offense, okay, actually, let me quickly look through your guys' things here real quick, and then I'll run back. What's up? How about them Cowboys? How you doing? Let me see. Manuel Corona. Oh, you got retracted there. My Cowboy. How about them Cowboys? I think you should have served the suspension at first. I think that Zeke's got to fight it to the end. If you were accused of something like that, how about them Cowboys? You'd fight it to the end. Let's see here. Cowboys abroad says, who are the Falcons receivers other than Jones? Are they any good? I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say they're good. They're average. Taylor Gabriel is a little slot guy. He's really quick and fast, so look for him. But then you look at their other guy who's really their starter, Mohamed Sanu, formerly from the Cincinnati Bengals. He's been with the Falcons for, I think, this is his second year. So those two guys, I guess, are the next two in line. You got Justin Hardy, who's stashed a bit there on their team, and Andre Roberts, Marvin Hall. Those are the other receivers they have. If Julio Jones goes, it's going to be a major blow for them. They also have, don't forget, guys, their tight end, Austin Hooper. He'll have a game that he has like a crazy stats, and then the next game he has nothing. So hopefully we can use Byron Jones, maybe a little Cheeto in there, and make sure we lock down the tight end situation. We got to kind of, it's just like anything else. You got to strategize and break down a team chop off their arms, their legs, and then their head, which is Matt Ryan, and that's what we had to get in there. You stop the run, you stop the tight end quick passes, you stop any kind of receivers getting consistent large gains, and then you kill, attack, murder, whatever it is. You just got to go like a pack of crazed animals, crazed wolves, like DeMarcus Lawrence said. And Tank wants to attack and get Matt Ryan and make him throw bad passes, make him throw interceptions, make him rushed. That's how the defense wins this, helps us win this game even more so. Let's see here. Yes, the cornerback, Robert Alford as well. Sports highlights. Good call there. He's also a cornerback with Desmond Trufant. They have Brian Poole, C.J. Gordon. These guys are all going to probably play, but a couple of them are banged up, so keep that in mind. There's safeties Keanu Neal, Ricardo Allen, Desmond Kazee, and Sherrod Niesman. So just keep all these names in the back of your head. We're going to go much in detail on this on Saturday night when you're going to see them visually through Madden 18 as I do a simulation game. Where our team's going to look like without Tyron Smith on the left guard. If unless we know anything changes and he starts, then he'll be in the game. But Zeke will be out. I'm going to use a rotation with all three running backs as the Cowboys would in real life. Let's see how that goes. Let me jump here real quick, guys, to the offensive leaders, I guess, team NFL. Total yards in the NFL right now, the Dallas Cowboys are 8th in total yards. The Falcons are only 7th, guys. There's just one ahead of us, and they have that high-powered offense. Now, we have a great offense, but ours is more methodical. We run the ball. We eat up time, eat up yards. So, yeah, I do think Bryce Butler is going to have another big game soon. It's indoors. Shouldn't have much of an issue here. Hopefully, he'll make some good plays and not drop it. Manuel Corona says Julio's not going to be 100%. We need to take advantage for sure. We need to bump him, play some tight coverage on him, knock him off his route, and see what happens, guys. We got a 5-yard buffer there. Let's do this. The chat is winding down for sure. Is it? I don't know. Sorry, Sports Highlights. I have not been checking the thing. I'm trying to run through these stats here real quick, and then I'll jump back in the chat here. But if you haven't already, guys, make sure you hit that like button. If I failed to mention that, and make sure if you're new, hit subscribe. Hit those notification bells. Make sure it's on so you get these streams. Anyways, here we go, guys. So the Cowboys are 8th ranked in total yards on offense. Atlanta's 7th. So they're about the equal there, guys. But when it comes to passing yards, the Falcons are ranked 9th in the league in the NFL. We're not even in the top 20. So not a big deal. That's not our style. Our style is running the ball. But the Falcons, they are a passing team, and they are 9th ranked. Now, when it comes to the run, of course, the Cowboys, we're 3rd in rushing yards. That's a lot to do with Zeke, but a lot to do with the offensive line. While the Atlanta Falcons are just a middle-of-the-pack team when it comes to the run, and you're surprised about that when they have 2 good running backs back there. The Falcons are 15th in the league. Now, when it comes to the total points scored, you'd expect the Falcons to be at the top of the list. They're 19th. They're ranked 19th, guys, and they start off fast, and then they can't score. It's an ongoing problem that the Falcons have had week after week after week after starting off 3-0. While the Cowboys are ranked 5th in the NFL. So that's a great thing to see from our Cowboys. Now, when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, guys, and points allowed, okay? Dallas Cowboys, we allow a lot of points, but we're 14th in the league. The Falcons are just one slot better than us at 13th in allowing points. So we're basically separated by 6 points allowed. So no big deal. I think when it comes to defense, we think about they're much better than us. We're this inexperienced rookie kind of type, allows a lot of point kind of defense, but we're actually right there with the Falcons. As far as the defensive total yards allowed, Cowboys are ranked 12th in allowing, so they're 12th, right under the top 10 there. Not bad. While the Falcons are ranked 10th, so we're about the same as they are when it comes to defensive total yards allowed or given up. Now, when it comes to passing yards allowed, Cowboys are 15th as expected. I expect them to be a little lower than that. And the Falcons are 8th. So passing the ball probably not the best idea against the Falcons. A little bit better for them to pass it against us. When it comes to running the ball and allowing rushing yards. We are ranked 12th in the league, so we're about right out of the top 10 there. While Atlanta is 17th, so they're not as good as stopping the run. Do you see where I'm getting at, guys? So that's pretty much the breakdown of what the Atlanta Falcons have to offer us when it comes to the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Do not I agree. Do not put Anthony Brown on Julio Jones. Please do not do that. We got to put someone I would say either Scandrick at first, and then have him being watched by Xavier Woods deep, or even Xavier Woods. He'll be too short in a way, I guess you can say. So let's say you try to, I would say move someone like an Awuzie up there. What do you guys think about that? Because I think Awuzie can play some safety, guys, and they have been working him out at safety these last 2 days of practice, Wednesday and Thursday. So keep that in mind when we're thinking about who's going to play safety, because we mix and match. We put Byron Jones from safety, move him at corner, playing a tight end. We move Xavier Woods to safety sometimes. Then we move him back to corner when he's supposed to be a safety. So we mix and match our players. Now you throw Awuzie in there, another versatile player, defensive player. We're good to go, guys. I think we're going to be okay when it comes to what we're going to do in the secondary now that we have Awuzie officially back. So, I'm happy about that. Actually, I'm thrilled about that. I will say, though, in this game, Jerry Jones, guys, this is just breaking news here. Jerry Jones accuses Falcons owner, Arthur Blank, of lying about Roger Goodell's extension. Wow. So, this owner versus owner fighting craziness right now is insane. So, yeah, that's just breaking news, guys. Jerry Jones accuses Falcons owner Arthur Blank of lying about Roger Goodell's extension. So, take that as you will. It's a little more drama for this weekend's big game against the Falcons, against the Super Bowl losers. So, let me see what you guys are saying here. Yeah, you're the first one to like this live stream. Thank you, Sports Highlights. I appreciate it, man. Well, they are Atlanta Redskins. The most areas are bagged up. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. They're definitely going to be off a little bit because of the injuries. I mean, you could also say that about us in some ways, but we have definitely come around and turned the corner on injuries. Fingers crossed. But again, we're missing our kicker. We're missing our left tackle, possibly. We're missing our running back, even though not from an injury. These are 3 big hits, and yet we're talking about beating the defending Super Bowl champion losers, I guess you can say, the should have been champions, with a high-powered offense. Although, as you saw, their running game, we can stop the running game. We can still find a way. We can find a way to slow them down. I'm watching right now. The Cardinals just fumbled. They had a big gain. They fumbled it. Cam Chancellor picked it up and just ran it. So it's 12-7 right now. 43 seconds before halftime. Seattle just got the ball. Just wanted to throw that in there, guys. Yeah, I know. Everybody's injured in the NFL. Cowboys abroad. You're right. And Julio Jones is still better than most receivers. You cannot take him for granted. I agree 100%. I just want to keep that in the back of our heads that, he might not be the Julio Jones he definitely is not going to be the Julio Jones that we saw last year in the game against Carolina when he got 200 whatever yards of receiving. He might get 100 plus, though, on us. And again, it depends who's covering him. I say double cover him short, a man coverage, and then someone deep in case they try to go long on us. You got to watch Taylor Gabriel, guys. That guy is quick. He's fast. He's in the slot. He's kind of like a Beasley-styled guy. He can make catches even deeper down the field. He can stretch the field. He's dangerous. Watch him. Sanu is more of a T-Will, last year T-Will. Let's just say compared to this year, he's a lot better this year, I think, when it comes to being active in the offensive game plan. So, they have a similar kind of set of offensive weapons as we do. Let me see here, guys. We're good in beating. Manuel Corona says we're good in beating teams in the new stadiums as well. I know, and so are they doing that to us as well. If you recall, we start off our stadium with a loss to the Giants when that whole thing started. That sucks. Let's see here, guys. Worst Super Bowl meltdown in NFL history. I agree, Cowboys abroad for sure. So, guys, as far as let me see here, guys. 1 second. Trying to get some info here for you guys. Just checking, guys. Give me 1 second. Here's the deal, what I'm hearing. Kind of a little bit of a more breaking news for our running back core. Rod Smith, even though he's ranked as a second running back, and I thought he'd be getting less time, look for him to get a lot more work than we think, guys. So if you got fantasy teams out there and you want to pick up Rod Smith, pick him up. I know how about them Cowboys picked them up early in the season. Pick up Rod Smith right now. The word is, even though Morris is a starter, look for Rod Smith to be being used probably more than all the other 2 guys. That's kind of big news. So Rod Smith, you might see on our little My Cowboys Family Saturday night live stream, preview of the game against the Falcons. And you're going to see Rod Smith going there getting the majority of the carries right now. In my mind, I'm starting with this a bunch of news and a lot of sources coming out of Dallas are saying that Rod Smith is like the guy they're really pushing. We shall see, guys. I'm not against it. I'm just worried about his youthfulness, but the fact that he's very similar to, I guess you could say, to Zeke. He's big. He's got some agility. He's got some quickness. Maybe McFadden's more like Zeke and more experienced, but Rod Smith is younger, stronger. Maybe a good idea to sneak him in there in your fantasy leagues, guys. Let's see here. Will you be doing a stream tomorrow night? Yes, I will. Sports highlights. Gonna go over, of course, whatever news comes out tomorrow. We'll talk about that here. I'm gonna shut this down here shortly. I mean, we got 15 people watching or so as of on my screen. Guys, if you haven't yet, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you are new, and either if you're new or not, make sure your notification bell is on. I know we've had some issues with that in the past, so hit that bell, and you'll get all the live stream breaking news. When we do our game day live streams, the whole shebang, guys. You get it all here. Just make sure you have that button on so you get the notifications. Yeah, I know. We got to definitely David Williams. We have to watch Devontae Freeman. We got to watch Tevin Coleman. We got to make sure we watch all these guys in their backfield because they use them not only in the running game, but in the passing game they use their running backs. So it's important. There's a lot of guys to cover. But again, if you think about it, it's kind of similar to the Chiefs in some ways. Chiefs had a high-powered offense, much better ranked, much more yards than the Falcons have attained this year. Still dangerous, though, guys, and they've had some off games. Don't just, like Cowboys Abroad said, and we've said it here on this channel as well, do not take the Falcons for granted. I don't even want to think about the Eagle game next week because it's only one thing that matters right now, and that's that red and black and white over there, the Atlanta Falcons, and beating them. Guys, right through his hands in the end zone as the Arizona Cardinals almost try to strike right before the half with 46 seconds before halftime. So, guys, I'm going to chill back. I'm going to chill. I'm going to watch the end of this game. By the way, NFL picks. I'm going to save them for tomorrow because Fiance is going to join me right here in this studio. And we're going to be doing in this room. Let's just call it what it is, in this room instead of the other rooms as usual. We're going to do a special one here. We're going to do the whole breakdown as you were asking earlier, sports highlight about tomorrow night. We're going to do a breakdown of this upcoming game, the Falcons game, before the Saturday night breakdown, which is through the Madden 18 stream. But we're going to do this a good discussion tomorrow about the Falcons and really do a much more in-depth talk about them, really focus more on them and any other news in the Cowboy world and Cowboy Nation in the injury side of things. So, yeah, we're going to definitely be back tomorrow with that, with Fiance. She'll be helping me with the chat a lot better too, guys. I apologize. I try my best. It's hard, though, when, we're talking about this and there's a lot of information that I've read or heard, and I want to make sure it's factual and real. So, when I tell you it's a feeling, it's a gut feeling, it's my thing. When it's not, I'm not going to I'm going to tell you we don't know yet. We're not sure. It could be, could not. Look for this, look for that. But so, guys, thanks again for joining me on here. Peace out, Wolf Rider. Cowboys are bright. Everybody else out there. Who's better? Right now, Taco Charlton is better, I still think, than Lewis Neal. Cowboys abroad. Good question, though. We'll expand on all this tomorrow. Yeah, I'm tired too, guys. Fridays will be different. I'm here for your stream tomorrow. Awesome, man. Thanks a lot, Sports Highlights. We appreciate you. We appreciate Cowboys Abroad. All the rest of you guys on here. Actually, let me give everybody a shout out before we clock out of here. Give me 1 second, guys. And if you're watching, hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you're live. Let me see here. And thanks. We got another subscriber, guys. 830. We just, ever so slightly growing. We appreciate it. Let me give a shout out to everybody out here, guys. David Williams, the man with all the questions. What's up, man? Sports Highlights. Check out his site, guys. He has a lot of content on there that is interesting and sport related. Cowboys Abroad. Love you from the other side of the world, man. Thank you. Wolf Rider, right around the corner. Peace out. Manuel Corona, thank you for joining us, guys. Let's see here. Who else was in the chat today, guys? I know I saw a lot of the names in the beginning. We got OMFMG, Google. Love that name. Who else was in here, guys? I know I seen you guys at the beginning. Sorry for this. I can't even go back that far, guys. A lot of chats today. By the way, it might come up in your notification if you don't want to see it. Just, just dismiss it, I guess, or whatever. But we will probably do little J, depending how she feels. She's going to probably play one more game. Again, she has no voice, so she won't be able to talk. She'll do her My Cowboys Family Madden 18 franchise redraft game for week 7, I think it is. And then we're going to move it on to the next week, guys. We're going to try to do this. When little J's around, I'm going to try to do these quicker. So if you're in the league, play your game. If you're not in the league and you want to join and you have a PS4 and an online account and Madden 18, jump in there, join us, guys. My Cowboys Family, it's a public league. You can join. There's about 10 teams open still. So, guys, thanks again. If you want to donate, my two donators are right there, Cowboys Abroad and DJ Crown. Jay, they donated and helped us get another microphone. We're trying to improve everything, the lighting, the camera, get more microphones for the kids. And we're going to roll this, guys. We're going to do good. And we appreciate all you guys with your content, your info, your words, and any kind of monetary donation, even if it's watching the ads, guys. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. Much love. Take care, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with Fiancé doing a good breakdown of the Falcons, and then a great breakdown will be on Saturday night. And then it's game day, guys. Falcons and Cowboys, 4:30 in the afternoon, and I'm ready to rock and roll. See you all tomorrow, guys. Peace out. Much love. Stay safe. Good night. And never forget the most important thing, guys. You know what it is. Go Cowboys! Now and forever, baby. See you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Peace out. Go Cowboys.